Hey everyone, how's it going? So, what am I working on now? Actually, I'm off today. I just happened to be going by the shop and I thought of something, so I figured let me make a quick video. So, this is going to be a short video. Here's that Honda motor, the one that from the 2019 CRV. Let me show you this again. So, here we go. And as you can see, that cam journal there is hammered. You can see how hot that cam got down towards that end. Okay. Now this thing, I forgot the mileage. It was low mileage. As you can see, it's not terrible inside. Okay. It's not terrible. It destroyed the turbo and everything else. It got run out of oil is what happened. I made that video showing you this motor. And I was talking about the maintenance schedule. And how I don't agree with the maintenance schedule. I don't agree with any of the new maintenance schedules. And here's why. Now, I had a bunch of people comment and say, oh, you know, it's not the maintenance schedule. Actually, let me do this. It's not the maintenance schedule. It's people not checking the oil. You're exactly right. 100% right. It's people not checking the oil. When does Honda want you to check the oil? And I'm pretty sure most manufacturers are probably close to the same on this. They actually want you to check your oil at every fill-up. Every fill-up. Who does that? This guy doesn't do that. I don't check my oil every fill-up. I don't know of anybody that checks their oil every fill-up. When I first got in this business, when I was 18 years old, the very first shop I ever worked at, it was a gas station and a repair shop, old school stuff. And it was self-serve. And I remember we used to have two customers in particular that will come in, and every time they got gas, they checked their oil. Good on them. You know, that's a good thing to do. Good habit to be in. Me, I never did it. Should you do it? Sure. It may not be a bad idea. But like I kind of know with my vehicles how much oil they use and stuff like that. So that's why I just never bothered. I usually check my oil every 1,000 miles roughly. If I see that my car is using a ton of oil in 1,000 miles, then I'll check it sooner. My daughter's Hyundai, getting a phone call, hold on. Just looking to see who it is, but I'll take that in a minute. My daughter's Hyundai, that will use a quart of oil within 1,000 miles. It really will. So it's like I got to be mindful with that car that it doesn't go beyond 1,000 miles. Like I will usually check it every 2 to 3 weeks just to be on the safe side. But anyway, one customer that used to come in that shop, Richard Fay was his name, and he used to check his oil constantly. Another woman who was the librarian at the local high school, she used to come in and she did one other thing. She used to check her tires every time she got gas. With one of those little, like pen style, you know, things to check your air pressure with the plunger that comes out. And right as rain, every 4 to 6 weeks, she would come in. I don't understand. All my tires need a couple pounds of air. Yeah, stop doing that. Stop checking your tires that often. Because every time you check it, you get the you're losing air. There's no way to avoid that. So yes, every once in a while, every month, every 6 weeks, whatever it was, yes, you're going to need air in every single tire. Like, how did my tires lose 4 pounds of air, 5 pounds of air? It's because you keep checking them. Stop checking them all the time. Give it a visual. Anyway, I'm going off track here like I always do. So, like I said, I had a bunch of people say, oh, it's not the maintenance schedule, it's the people not checking it. And you're right. But here's the thing. There again, this is just me. I still do not agree with the maintenance schedule. Why do I not agree with the maintenance schedule? First off, I think it's way too far out there. Like I said, 7,500, 10,000, 12,000 miles? No way would I ever do that. If you want to do that on your own car, that's fine. It doesn't affect me. It brings me business. That's what it does. Because I can tell you this. People that change their oil every 3,000 to 5,000 miles, like I do, their vehicles last. Their vehicles always last. People that change their oil every 7,500, 10,000, 12,500 miles, whatever it is, whenever that light comes on, those people, those are the ones that their cars barely last 150,000 miles. And then they need a motor or whatever. Like this one, this Honda, I don't remember the mileage now. It was like just under 100 or just over 100. I don't exactly recall. And it's a 2019. It was, it's 5 years old and it needs a motor. That's unheard of in my world. The people that I know that I've taught and family members and that I've made them, check their oil and change their oil and stuff like that, they never have these problems. All my friends that do this stuff, that may not be mechanics, but they check their oil, change their oil, stuff like that, they never have these problems. It's always the people that go to those extremes on the oil. Does the oil last longer nowadays? Sure, it does. It does. But if that's what you want to do, that's fantastic. Good on you. That's great. Me personally, I wouldn't recommend it. Like I said before, you can pay me now or pay me later. To me, oil changes are a heck of a lot cheaper than engines. Even on this, used engine, it was a good chunk of money. So, I'd rather. What I've also found too, I don't know if any of you have ever noticed this, on any of my vehicles, if I've ever gone, which it's happened, it doesn't happen often, but if I've ever gone over 5,000 miles, say on an oil change, I notice that when I change my oil, my gas mileage bumps up a hair and the performance of the vehicle feels better. It feels smoother on the road. I used to have a 86 F250 diesel, and I changed the oil religiously every 3,000 miles on it, like clockwork every 3,000 miles. And every time I changed the oil, I'd swear that thing picked up 50 horsepower. Like, it was a non-turbo, so it was a dud. It was a turd. It thing had like no power. It was reliable. It got 16 miles to the gallon, whether it was just me driving it or me towing a car trailer with a race car on it, the bed full of equipment, spare tires, everything else, and 2 other people in the truck. It got 16 miles to the gallon. It never changed. Never. However, when I changed the oil, and I remember one of the guys that we used to tow his race car a lot too, and he drove that truck a lot. And I remember I changed the oil, like he drove it, then we changed the oil and he drove it again, and he's like, I cannot believe the difference. He goes, you can feel it seat of the pants, the difference, how well it runs afterwards. And there was nothing wrong with the motor. Motor ran fine, but just beat the death out of the oil. So, and that used 2050, I believe, is what I used to use in that. Yeah. And here's an ironic thing. That thing would absolutely burn a quart of oil every 500 miles. Without fail, it would burn a quart of oil. And I knew this, and I used to keep extra oil in the truck because I knew it used to use that amount of oil. And this was about the time when, now Mobil 1 was already around for a long time, but Mobil 1 was starting to become more of a, hey, use it in your everyday driver car instead of, like they were only used in like expensive exotic cars. But now they started marketing it to use it in your everyday driver. And I don't know if any of you remember that period of time, mid-'80s, when Mobil 1 came out. A lot of people blew their motors because Mobil 1 back then was terrible. It was junk. And I can't tell you how many people I knew that blew their engines after using Mobil 1 after an oil change. I don't know what the issue was. I don't know if there was something with the way the oil was made, but there was a problem with the oil. And I know at least a half a dozen people that had switched to Mobil 1 and then wound up ruining their motors. But I actually, when I had this 86 F250, I had actually switched it to Mobil 1 synthetic because I, like everybody else, was like, oh, the benefits of using synthetic. Okay, and of course the synthetic was twice as much back then. So I put the synthetic in it, and I got to 500 miles, and I went to go check the oil. Nothing on the stick. I was like, what the heck? Now this thing held 13 quarts, 11 quarts, 13 quarts? I don't recall. Something like that. Anyway, I went to go check the oil. Nothing on the stick. I'm like, ooh, that's a lot of oil to be used. I added 2 quarts. Still nothing on the stick. Added 2 more quarts. Still nothing on the stick. It just touched the bottom of the stick. Added another quart, got it to the level it was supposed to be. I'm like, well, that's weird. So level was right where it was supposed to be. I drove it 100 miles. Checked the oil, it needed a quart. I'm like, really? Drove it another 100 miles, needed a quart. Now I added a quart. Drove it another 100 miles, needed a quart. In 1,000 miles, it used 10 quarts of oil. So yeah, I dumped that out of it and I went back to the conventional Rotella that I had always used in it. I put that in it and it was fine. It went back to burning a quart every 500 or using a quart every 500 miles. And it didn't have any leaks. Yeah, it had some, seepage here and there, but no drips. Going off on a tangent like I always do. So anyway, like I said, if you want to do the maintenance schedule according to the manufacturer, go right ahead. Just make sure you check your oil, okay? And like I've also said, I've seen many occasions where people will go the maintenance schedule route and not change their oil every 3,000 to 5,000 like I do personally, and those are always the people that need a motor. Every time, without fail. Those are the ones that wind up with all sorts of issues. But like I said, you do what you want to do. Some people are going to call me a liar for this, but it is what it is. It's what I've seen. It's what I do. So anyway, all right. Hopefully you got something out of that video. If you did, hit that like button. If you could, please subscribe. All right, guys, have a great day. Keep wrenching. Oh, and happy Easter. Happy Easter. It's coming up.